They're quietly rewriting the rules of home ownership, and it's not in your favor. HUD, the agency meant to protect us from housing discrimination, is now helping to dismantle those protections. If you think this doesn't affect you, think again. This could make it harder for everyday Americans to ever own a home. Welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Lalaki, your international real estate agent, helping you to find your dream home, whether it's down the street or across the ocean. I break down the market, share insider tips, and show you how to make smart moves in real estate without stress. If you want the truth, the tools, and a little bit of la-la energy, hit that subscribe button. Your dream address starts here. So recently, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, the very agency that's supposed to protect our housing rights, has been planning to throw out several major housing discrimination cases. And not because the cases have no merit. In fact, some of these cases have already been found to violate fair housing laws. The problem? They involve something called disparity impact. What's disparity impact and why does it matter? Don't let the legal sounding words scare you. Disparity impact is simply this. Sometimes rules or policies may look fair on paper, but hit certain groups of people harder than others in real life. And they don't have to be intentionally discriminatory to be wrong. So what does that mean? Let me give you an example. Let's say a city passes a zoning law that says no apartment buildings allowed in certain neighborhoods. It sounds neutral, right? But if the result is that low-income families, often people of color, now have nowhere affordable to live, that's disparity impact. The effect is discriminatory even if no one ever used the word race or income in the policy. Fair housing laws protect us from both intentional discrimination and these hidden structural ones. HUD's job is to enforce that. So let's discuss what's happening under this administration. The current administration, Trump administration, is signaling that it wants HUD to stop enforcing cases that involve disparity impact. This comes after an executive order earlier this year that basically tells agencies they don't have to consider these cases anymore. Now that's a big deal because most modern housing discrimination isn't someone saying, I won't rent to you because of your race out loud. It embedded in policies, rules, and practices that sound harmless, but lock certain groups out of opportunity. So by throwing out these cases, HUD is taking away one of the strongest tools we have to fight discrimination. And it's doing it under the false narrative that fair housing has something that has somehow gone wrong or is too far or is being abused. So why does this hurt the middle and lower classes the most? Let's really be real. The people who feel this the hardest aren't the ultra wealthy. It's working families, single parents, young couples, and retirees on fixed incomes. So this is how some of these rollbacks are going to hit us. There are going to be fewer affordable housing options. Without enforcement, landlords and developers can use subtle rules to keep certain renters or buyers out. Then it's going to make it harder to home ownership. So the paths to home ownership are going to be a little tougher because discriminatory lending practices like charging higher rates or denying loans in certain areas can happen unchecked. Generational wealth gaps will be growing. If you can't buy a home, you miss out on one of the main ways families build wealth over time. So why is fair housing so important? Fair housing isn't just about where you live. It's about the opportunities that come with it, like access to better schools, safer neighborhoods, closer proximity to jobs, stability for your family. When HUD enforces these protections, It's making sure the rules of the game are the same for everyone. When it doesn't, the deck gets stacked. And it's usually stacked against people with less power and fewer resources. But here is the bigger picture. This isn't just a technical policy change. It's a shift in how government views its responsibility to the public. HUD is supposed to be the referee, making sure the housing market plays fair. But right now, it's acting more like a player on the side of those who already have the most power. And let's be honest, when the referee joins the other team, the rest of us don't stand a chance. The dream of home ownership is already hard enough to reach for the middle and lower class families. Weakening fair housing laws doesn't make it more fair. It makes it easier for discrimination to hide behind nice-sounding rules. If we care about keeping the American dream within reach for everyone, we have to pay attention and speak up. That's what I'm doing. Because once those protections are gone, getting them back will be a whole lot harder. I am Laura Lalaki, international real estate agent. I can help you with your path to home ownership. No matter what walls they throw up, we will figure out how to tear them down so that you can walk into the freedom of owning your own home. Make sure that you like, share, and hey, comment below what you think about what is going on and if it's going to make it harder for a lot of us out here. I'll see you next time. Go out and be a good human, because you never know when a smile is going to save somebody's life. Sugar.